Three things we forget to do as artists. And these three things, I wish I'd learned them before, but well, I've learned them along the way as I was making mistakes. Myself managing myself, pushing my own music and managing other artists. The last one will shock you. So I hope you stay to the last one. The first one is you have to take yourself as a business. Brand yourself as a business. You get me? Most artists forget they take themselves as musicians or artists. One, you have to take yourself, yes, get yourself from being a musician to an artist, because what you're creating is art. That art has to be sold, and that's where the business comes in. You understand? You as yourself, you have to start selling yourself before even the record label comes to sell you or your management or anything. But most artists look at themselves like, oh, I'm just gonna create and that's it. Yes, it's good to create, but create with that mindset that I need to sell this out to some people because this is a business. You get me? Handle it like it's business. Most times people come to me, they approach me, oh, Joe, we want you to do this, or we want you to come for this show and this. I put out a price because I'm a business. Recording takes a lot of my time, Forget about the money, it's my time, then plus the money. The outfits I rock on, the tech, the expensive, they cost a lot. So I look at myself as a business. I've positioned myself as a business artist first. That's what comes to me as a business artist. So you have to do that yourself. You have to position yourself as a business artist or a business person before anything else. Now, number two, people buy into you. Again, like I said, you have to take yourself as a brand. It's like when you have different brands, like you could have like a Louis Vuitton, you could have Hivewear here, you could have Nike, or, and a couple of brands around you. When they put them all together and somebody walks in that shop, the brand that stands out or looks good for that individual is what that individual is gonna buy. You understand? So you have to brand yourself. And when you brand yourself, you have to tell a story. You understand? Storytelling is very, very important. Again, people buy into you. You understand? You have artists like, I'm from Uganda. In Uganda, they have this perception they've put that most artists come like they're poor, you understand? Like they have nothing. Most artists do that, you understand? Even on Pop Idol, X Factor, you see them, they come, they have nothing, they tell a story that is really, really touching, and people buy into the story. They're like, oh my God, oh, this kid has been suffering like this and that. Oh, we need to help them, we need to buy their stuff, we need to support them, we need to vote them. You understand? So know how to tell a story, you understand? And again, it doesn't matter. You could come from a poor family, tell your story. You come from a rich family, tell your story. I'll give you an example like Davido. Davido told his story. He embraced his richness. He didn't shy away from it. He was like, yo, I come from this and this is it. But he's telling, when you listen to Davido's story, he would tell you like his dad didn't want him to pursue music. You understand? He had to force himself to do it. You understand? He went through all the mud, through the trenches and all that to make sure that he becomes who he is. So now when he tells his story, people are like, oh, forget, no, it's not just a rich kid's, He's not like a rich kid. He suffered to get himself where he is. He had to get his family's approval. Remember, he comes from a billionaire family. His doctors, lawyers, all that. He was surrounded by that. But he had to he had to fight to be himself. Till his dad was like, okay, you know what? If you want to do music, you have to go study music. So he went and studied music again. But he had already started doing music. So he told his story. So it doesn't matter where you're from, even if you're rich, just tell your story. It doesn't matter. Understand? Tell your story how it is. It doesn't matter. You understand? You got people who like come. This is mostly from America. Yeah, you got most of these thugs. They come from the streets. They've killed people. They've sold drugs. They've done that. Jay-Z is an example. He tells you he sold drugs to become what he is. He told his story. So most times we forget how to tell our stories, or we don't know how to tell our stories. So if you learn how to tell your story and embrace it, yeah, you're gonna kick it. Now, that's the last one, comes to our last third one that I told you. If you're still here and you haven't followed me or subscribed or liked this video, man, I don't know what you're up to. Stop hating, man. Just press that like button or comment and share, you understand, so let other people as well share this knowledge as artists, as people who love music and the art and the business. We need to come together and, share and all that. So the third one comes to perception is profit. Perception is profit. I'll give you an example of an iPhone, yeah, and an Android. You see how what's that company called? How the Mac sell the iPhone, those two phones are the same. A Samsung and an iPhone, they are the same. It could be 15, whatever, Mac Pro this, whatever. You understand? But they do the same thing. They same cameras, same shape, same everything, same colors, But the perception is how Apple sells their items. They tell this story, like they put out this, if you don't have this, you not, how they sell their cameras. Oh, this camera takes this photo, like, so learn how to sell yourself. I'll give you an example. So like if somebody hired me, yeah, I've gotten these people have called me like some private parties and they wanted me like to show up and maybe perform and stuff like that. So what you do is, so you come, somebody wants to hire you, maybe sing on their wedding or something like that. When they tell you, oh, I want you to come on time and all that, just repeat, okay, on time? Okay, yeah. Like what's the best time? They'll tell you the time. And we're gonna have people dressed like this and this. Like, okay, I understand. So the dress code is this. Yes. So pick on what they're telling you. And the food they're gonna serve is gonna be like this. My guests are gonna be, just listen and just repeat whatever they're saying. Then you tell them, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna come with my DJ. I have also a drum, somebody who plays the drum or a band that we're gonna do that. We're gonna play like instrumentals. I'll have my drums, whatever, my drum man, playing on the drums and doing that. We're gonna fuse this and this and that. We're gonna give you a show that your friends will never forget because this is your wedding or this is your birthday or whatever it is, the occasion is. Be like, we're going to put on a show that they will never forget, that when they're somewhere, even 5 years from now, they will always remember that. They'll be like, yo, you remember when we went to so-and-so's party? That thing was off the cheese. That is how you sell. That's the perception. You give them that story, you give them that dream, and they're like, yeah. Then you build them. You're like, okay, cool. 5,000. And they're not going to be like, okay. They'll be like, oh, cool. Because you've already sold them what you're going to give them. You've pictured the future for them. You understand? But most artists, what they do is this. You call them up and you be like, yo, what's up? Yeah, I want to book you for this show. Can you do it? You'll be like, yeah, I can do it. How much do you charge? 5,000 or 10,000, whatever it is. Like, okay. And that's it. Have something to say, you understand? Have something to say, add on to something, sell your value, add value onto your thing, your artistry, your brand, your image. You get me? So with all those, if we do this, yeah, and I wish I'd learned that before, you understand? Like, yeah, I've learned it now and I go around with it. Those are like some of my principles that I do. So yeah, I hope you like this video and yeah, I'll keep giving you some more. Please let me know just in the comment section. Tell me if you really enjoyed this video so I can keep doing more. Understand? Something like this. So yeah, hope you enjoy this and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. We out.